Hello and welcome to my full flip through of my last magazine grimoire from the year, the Wheel of the Year course that I did over on Patreon. So I started off with Mabel and have done a full flip of her you will have seen before, and then we had Agness in the middle, and then we ended up with Elizabeth. So I have just finished Elizabeth. I have just finished my full Wheel of the Year and working through the Wildwood Tarot within my grimoire, and I thought I'd show you the finished article. So I'll put my other big chunky girls over here and we will have a look inside Elizabeth. So these are made from magazines, by the way. This one is 2 magazines stuck together, starts out quite slim and ends up quite chunky. So yeah, all the tutorials for all of these spreads that are within there here is on my Patreon, and you can buy it as the full course, the 52 weeks, where we work through all the major arcana tarot cards within the Wildwood Tarot deck and all the Elder Foot Arc runes. So we have fun with other stuff as well. But you can buy it as a standalone thing, or it is, you do get access to it as part of a paid Patreon membership with me. So I'll put the link below, or if you're on Patreon seeing this, you'll know all about it anyway. So here we go. Let's have a flip through of Elizabeth. So we start off with her inside cover. I sometimes do my naming page spread on here, but I'd already done this and it sort of set it off on the right foot. So this is my naming page spread for Elizabeth, where I look into the meanings of the name. I sort of pick the name just out of my head, and then I'll have a look what the meanings are, and it's quite nice how it gives them that sort of energy, the energy of her name. So this is why I like to name my books, and she has been faithful and loyal and devoted to me as I've worked through this. So let's go. This is the Hagalaz rune that we did, all about radical change and resilience, and I wanted to create the image of something coming out of a storm, you know, something beautiful coming out of a storm. So amethyst geode was a good image for that. Then we have our little Bonnie skeleton in her crypt. So when you want to let go of things, this is what we did, the work here, a little bit of shadow work here, and she had her own beautiful little crypt with her own little coffin to heal in. But she had a nice rest there, didn't you, Bonnie? Yeah. This was a playing page. This was already in the magazine, an image that was there, and I wanted to remind myself to take a walk outside. This was Foxy Spirit Animal. So I got my foxy lady, who is adaptable in different situations in nature and in an urban environment. So the idea was that she could move from one to the other gracefully. Then we have the rune Airwas, which is all about transformation. So I had this little wheel here and did a little bit of journaling all about it on there. Then we had the card The Journey, which you can imagine is the death card, and I've done a little bit of private journaling there in this one, in the open door. And then this is where we did some journaling, things that we want to let go of, and then close them behind the door. We've got this little bit here. So that door is closed. I've already done that. And in here, look, she's got a little bag with the goodies in it. as she goes through into a new life. What will you take with you? This was a page that I played on again about how healing is a continuous journey. Did a little bit of a journaling there. Just found some nice images that just felt good. Then this one, I absolutely loved doing this. This was my my ancestors. So we were working with, you know, your heritage, your lineage and that sort of thing. So I'm lucky that my sister is mad into family tree things. So she gave me my family tree and we found some old photos. So on this side we have, this is what I did for Samhain, by the way, you know, to honour your ancestors. On this side is my dad's side, and on this side is my mum's side. So my mum's mum, my mum's dad, like that. And I found these images. There's me, look. It's my great grandma. And then I wrote a little bit about these people and either what I have been told about them, if I didn't know them, or if I knew them, which I did with my grandparents. I wrote on the back all about them. And yes, very, very nice that was. And then I added in my family tree, it's me again, that my sister had printed out for me, so that I've got that information in there, my pedigree, the path that led to me, the queen of my domain. This was a lovely, lovely spread. I really enjoyed doing this one. So, do you know what? I've forgotten what the actual card was. I think it was a sort of letting go thing. You see, I can't even remember now. Maybe, do you know what? Allow myself to get lost. Oh well, I obviously did because I can't even remember where I went. Anyway, oh, I know what it is. It's the earth element. So I was thinking of mountains and forests, and yes, really enjoyed doing that. I can see now, look, I've got the zodiac symbols there. This was all about cosy, safe places. So again, it was an image within the magazine. This is why I like using magazines, but you will come across images that you like to just keep in there and work with. So I just painted around them. And yeah, I enjoyed doing that as I came into winter. And this was a poem that I wanted to remember. So I wrote that in here and did a little bit of artwork to go with that. Oh, this was the devil, the beast. The spewing devil. And we worked on facing our fears and our darkest fears and our obsessions, and you know, what lies do you tell yourself. And then it has a nice bit, look, about how to work with my own inner spewing devil. This was a tarot reading that I did when it was a full moon, and I wanted to save it, so I created some little pockets and photocopied the cards that I'd pulled and did a little bit of journaling in here. Oh, I enjoyed this. This is the rune Thurias, thorn, and we made a thorny brambles and some paper scissors to cut through the tangles and to find answers. Did a little bit of journaling on here. This was another playing page, again a little poem there, and this image that I'd found in a magazine. So yes, busy making stuff. Sometimes I need to stop and enjoy it. That's me to a T. A lovely poem by Donna Ashworth. I like her poems. Oh, what fun I had with this. The rune Lagus, which was all about flowing around those obstacles and those rocks. And so I made this little one who flows around all the rocks gently, beautifully. Great fun that was, and quite simple to do as well. So this was the moon on water. It's a moon card, and again I really enjoyed doing this one. I did a little bit of journaling on the back of her and some writing on here, and really enjoyed that. Then we had the hermit, or the hooded man, as it is in the Wildwood Tarot. And I did this sort of snowy, crinkly stuff with some kitchen roll. And we made a tree that we can go into. What is your guiding light? It was nice as we came towards Yule. This was another image that was already in the book, which I felt just, it just made me feel like, hope. So that's what I use there. This is the rune Kenas, which is a torch. So we had a huge eye, showing clarity and revelation and clear intention. Then we had the element spirit. So I wanted to make a pretty page on here to give me the energy of spirit, which is, you can always feel it, but you don't see it or hear it. I thought that was interesting. Then Yule. We were lighting our flame for Yule. Look, like a match. Like that noise. And then watch the flame as it grows, just as the light grows at this time of year. Oh no, now this is fallen off. Diamond blast. Come here. Sometimes this happens, doesn't it? My great bear. I made him so that you can remember nothing is forgotten. It's all about karma and cosmic law, reincarnation and renewal. So we created this cave entrance. You know, there's that point where of renewal and healing. I did the Great Bear constellation on there and some northern lights. I like you. You look fierce but powerful. I like that. Then we did the rune Othala, because that was actually the last card that we were doing. So we just got the runes left. So Othala, all about homeland and accepting the legacy that is waiting for you. And this one we did on Christmas Day. I thought it was nice because it was like the sort of gifts that you have waiting for you. So we did it like a sort of family tree idea here. Then the rune Isa. It's all about blocks, frozen and standstill. So I got these lovely snowflakes that were given to me by one of my fellow art witches, so I thought they were nice on the page. That gave it that frosty feel. And I used tracing paper as a sort of, as though she was frozen, so our ice was frozen. And then before I'll show you the last one, I'll show you the back. I have got a big leaf in here that I just sort of pressed, and I like to keep it in here. So this was my cave, going inside my cave, and I made this at the back of the book when I did some work all about going inside. So we've got this little workbook that I shared, and did some journaling in here all about going inside and what makes you feel rooted and safe and sound. But also I made these treasure cards from some old playing cards, all the things that support me. Moon musing, walking in nature, tarot, my feline friends, a good giggle, birds singing, a mug of tea, my tribe, stargazing, pens and pencils, lighting a candle, paper poppets, my diary, and learning new things. That was my treasure. And that goes in my special secret cave at the back. And then the last spread that we did, which is beautiful, which is the Rune Degas, which is dawn. So it's that moment of enlightenment, finding the light, seeing the light, planning new ventures. And I did a beautiful rising sun that you can bring up like that. So I hope you've enjoyed my flip through of my magazine grimoire and the art magic that I've done in it. And if you're interested, I'm over on Patreon to share all these things. And yeah, I like to use my creativity in a way that supports me, and this is something that supports me and my growth and my healing, and I like to share it with others in the hope that it helps others too. So I'll see you again soon.